serving every last drop. If she wants to survive in this social circle, she better learn to fall in line.
This season, I'm coming for everything. I want it all.
What is going on, Skye Squad? We are back in the building. Of course, it is a release day for me for my new book, The Wickedest Wives, Desiree's Desire, the first in a series of books. I am super excited. Your boy is a publisher right now, baby. Okay, so head on over to the Amazon and go ahead and pre-order your copy, download it on Thursday, or you can order your hard copy, your paperback, now and get it by Wednesday or Thursday. And then, if you feel so inclined, I would love to have a review. Let your boy know what you thought, who you liked, what you're most excited about seeing in book number 2. All right, so with that out of the way, I had to do a little plug for myself, baby. We got to talk about SWV and Xscape, Queens of R&B, season 1, episode 1. And I got to tell you, this was refreshing. After the petty scandal and, just dark, drama of Potomac, it felt good to get into something a little different. Granted, some of this drama feels a little dark too, but at least it's real. Okay, at least it is real. Because this is a mess, all right? But in the best possible way. Because we can see it all play out and hopefully see it work out. But based on Xscape performing so much without Latocha, I don't know, okay? We got accusations of theft, okay? Do you want to do some jail time? We got it all in this first episode, baby. But I think what is so amazing about this show, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I'm rating episode number 1 out of 10 out of 10 out the gate. This is an instance where Bravo has gotten it all the way right. Not only did we not really waste any time getting into the meat and potatoes, we got to revisit the histories of 2 of our all-time favorite girl groups. Raise your hand in the chat if you know SWV and Xscape songs. It makes me want to go back and revisit those albums all over again. Now, quiet as it's kept, when I was younger, I was definitely more of an Xscape fan. No, excuse me, an SWV fan than I was an Xscape fan. It is now that I'm older that I can appreciate, the more slow, jammy type feel of, Xscape and the vocals. But, back in the day, it was, you're the one. Okay? Now, I can't sing. If I could sing, y'all would be sick of me. Okay? Y'all would be sick of me. I'm just going to let you know. You would be sick of me. Okay? But with that being said, okay, until I release my new hit single, Bob's, Bangs, and Bundles. That's a throwback. That's a callback to our Love and Marriage DC review. But anyway, I digress. This to me was bravo to bravo. Y'all hit the nail on the head on this show. I'm mad that we only got 5 more weeks left. Because apparently it's only, 6 episodes? So I'm like, dang, we already through with the first one? I feel like I need to go back and watch it. Okay? Because, last night I'm watching and I'm tired because I'd have made notes on Potomac, that nothing burger of a one-on-one with Robin. You know what I'm saying? I was tired. So I did enjoy the show, though. So let's dive into it. We start the episode revisiting, the history, the tumultuous history of both Xscape and SWV. I did not recall that they had, SWV broke up in 1998, and then Xscape had broke up in 1999. So interesting. But SWV seems to have come back in the game, having learned a lot more, because apparently Taj and Lily did not even like Coco. Okay. So I like what I see with SWV, because I thought about the comparison of do what we got to do to get money. And hear me out, because we're gonna walk down a road here, and I'm just going. I'm riffing right now. I got my notes, but I'm riffing. When we watch Potomac and we see the ladies, I happened to catch Carlos King's review of Potomac. Wow. Okay. Wow. So on the nose about a lot. And he says something about how, Robin, Ashley, Giselle, Mia, and maybe Sharice was in that one, but they all did like a TikTok, and it was dancing to FB's Get Money. And I thought to myself, there is the idea of doing and of making up storyline or story for the purposes of, getting the check, right? We're going to do what we got to do to get this check. We're going to plot and we're going to scheme at the beginning of the season, allegedly. And we're going to make this money, right? Because I know that's probably a job for some of the ladies. They just look at it as a check. But when I think about it with respect to SWV and Xscape, it really is for me now, like, y'all can't put y'all issues to the side to get this money. So I'm thinking about it like how it could be a motivation in two different ways. SWV understands we can travel. What she say? But we could do between 50 to 100 shows a year when you got 365 days out of the year. Okay. You can do what you love. You can travel to Johannesburg, as they did in this episode, and see the world, get paid 6.5 figures to go to Johannesburg and sing a couple of your old hits. Coco already said in the video today, posted on the Jasmine brand, they ain't making no more albums, because she was like, y'all ain't bought the last two. Why spend all the money to make another album for it to go wood? Well, y'all ain't got the last two. Now I want to go back and get them myself. But I get it. And I don't understand why Xscape don't get it. I mean, when you watch this show, it is positioned. Do y'all recall that they were trying to do a docuseries on Danity Kane? And I don't know if you guys had seen any of this footage, but apparently the premise was the group trying to get back together when around the time that they released that last album, DK3. And it was supposed to be about them getting back together, or Dawn or something like that and they were going to position it like Dawn wanted to do all this solo stuff. And why is it that all these groups, it's always still one or the other that's still trying to do this solo thing? Did it work then? Okay. And I get it. If your spirit is moving you in the gospel's direction, now you can't fight the feeling. Latasha, if the Lord is telling you to sing about praise and worship, then that's where you go with the Lord. But for me and the rest of the peoples, okay, I'm going to go get this money. Actually, I might be singing for the Lord and still going to get that money. Priorities, boo. Priorities. It's like sometimes, and I get it, if you're being called into a different direction, I do believe, like, you got to go. You got to go. Go on ahead. And just make it easy for everybody. Just say, I want to leave. I got another call in. Just say it. Say it. But this whole, I don't know. Because it comes up that, SWV and Escape want to do a joint tour. That's the premise for the whole show. And they do some theater to get to that point, to introduce this topic, to the audience. And SWV is down with it. Because they didn't got their stuff locked. Okay. They understand. Make this money. Escape still on some bull. Okay. Not all of them. And even SWV tells them later on, listen, we don't always all like each other, but we know what to do when we get on that stage. I tell you one thing, I might not like you, but I'll definitely go make some money with you. Okay. I mean, if we doing something impactful, and they know that they giving back to the culture because they know what they mean to us. They recognize their value. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Escape fully understand their value. I mean, I know that for Candy and Tiny, they locked. They locked and loaded. They locked into their value. You can argue what you want about, Tiny and, T.I. and all that stuff like that, but they locked and loaded on what they supposed to be doing. And Tiny's funny to me. I mean, the way she was giggling at the text messages between them sisters. So let's talk about that. Because Tiny and Candy in the studio listening to some old stuff that they done. Candy Girl, and Tiny Girl, go ahead and drop the lost tapes. Yeah, drop the lost tapes because clearly, Candy, you own a winning streak. Legs and hips and body. I mean, you got us bumping and a grinding and dropping it low to a hit from almost a decade ago. Maybe not a decade ago. We all ready to hand you our coins, our 99 cents, or whatever we pay our streaming services for you to release the Kraken. Release what else you got, because it sounds to me like it could be a bop. Why don't y'all have somebody remixing some of these songs and just putting them out? Like, Candy, you done made 100 skits, okay? 100. Why ain't you release some of this old music? Okay. Why are you releasing spoofs, which are funny, right? I know you get Candy gonna get a bag. Candy gonna get a bag, and she gonna get it, and she gonna do it with excellence. Listen. If I had the opportunity to go into business with Candy, call me. I would, because she got that Midas touch, right? She got that team behind her. But we want the music. I want to hear the rest of them songs. There was a song that Tiny was asking you to play, and you acting like you couldn't find it. I don't believe it for a second. Give me the music, because Xscape not gonna give us nothing new. Coco done said it. Y'all ain't got the last albums? Fine. Candy, you know how to make something go viral. Do it. Drop something else. I know you got another legs, hips, and body banger in the background somewhere. In the basement. So anyway, back to these sisters. Apparently, something happened at the Friends and Lovers tour in Vegas. So I guess Tamika and Candy share a dressing room, because Tasha don't fool with Candy, it seems. But I think that Tasha and Tiny got a pretty decent relationship. Somewhat. So Candy and Tamika gets locked out their dressing room. Latasha just deuces, don't care, allegedly. And so there's a text exchange where Tamika goes in on the group chat. And I don't know if somebody says something about you can kiss my double ASS. And Tamika says something like, you would have to have one for me to kiss it. Something to that effect, right? So Latasha takes that as body shaming because she think that she don't got no booty. This is about the booty do, okay? This is all about the booty do, right? What the booty do? Next single. What the booty do? Coming June 2023. All right. So look, some of this stems from Latasha's experiences growing up in the group and being fuller figured, curvy, you know? And Tiny even says, well, she might be insecure about something to that effect because she ain't had no work done. Well, has everybody else had work done on their booty? What the booty do? These could be valid issues based on the things that Tasha has experienced, as she tells us, right? However, Tamika is insinuating that it's a figure of speech, So that's the underlying issue, and they ain't talked in about a month. So when they do see each other at the group's meetup, and everybody's talking about, because SWV and Xscape, they all meet together, and they're talking about, yeah, let's do this. Like, what kind of show can it be? How big can it be? And Latasha just sitting there like, I ain't excited about it because we got a whole bunch of issues that we need to work through. She did not greet. She barely greeted Tamika when she came in. She barely greeted Candy. I mean, I don't even think she looked in Candy's direction. But it does paint a picture that Latasha comes across a bit diva-ish. Or maybe she just don't feel like one of the girls. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she feel like she on the outside, but kind of based on what I'm seeing in this episode, she is like putting herself on the outside. So I'm kind of like, girl, it's a little bit of it's you, right? Okay. And Taj and SWV and Xscape, they try to really work with them and give them some wisdom about, like, let's just get together and do this. We too old to be fighting and stuff like that. Let's get this money. I mean, it's apparent to me. So we end up the episode with a discussion betwixt the sisters and their mom. Their mom wants to get them together. And is it me? I hate talking about people's moms when I have to recap a show because that's still mama. I was raised to look at somebody else's mama like and treat them like I treat my mama. I mean, I know that they're not, but at least get that same respect. But in the interest of doing my job, okay, I gotta sometimes call it like I see it when I see it on the screen. And to me, it feels like a case of favoritism towards Latasha. Mama basically mouthed at one point as Tamika was trying to explain how she felt, she jealous of you. When I saw that, I was like, Mama, that was not nice. Okay? It wasn't nice. And she said, you, Tamika, you deserve an Oscar. You just doing all these theatrics. It was to me like she wasn't even trying to hear Tamika. And Tamika had brought her daughter, I think, for moral support because I almost felt like the mama really was not trying to hear nothing that Tamika had to say anyway. That's how it came across. And I felt like I understood what she was saying when she felt like she was the black sheep of the family. She said something to that effect. And finally, Tamika has had enough. And she's like, Mama, you never say anything. You always be silent when Latasha do something. Because Latasha had said something slick. And she was like, just like you was silent when they stole my money. Okay. And she goes in. So apparently, allegedly, I should say, let me put up the alleged banner because the people these days litigious. Okay. They is litigious in these reality TV streets. I didn't heard that term lawsuit and suit about 4 or 5 times in the past week. Now, the allegation is that Rocky, Latocha's husband, was apparently cashing in on residuals or income that, or royalties that Tamika was supposed to be getting. I don't know if he was their manager at the time or what, but apparently it got so bad that a friend of Tamika's was about to get involved and come wreck shop on somebody. And when Latocha denies this, and she does vehemently deny any of this ever happened, Tamika says, "Oh, I got the proof and you can still go to jail." I said, now what? Now say what now? So apparently this was to the tune of $30,000. $30,000. Every time I hear like thousands of dollars, I think of Nene confronting Dwight. $10,000. Okay. 30,000. That's a whole lot of cash. Okay. I'll tell you what, I would do 30,000 right now. Just rain it on me, God. It's deep. So at this point, Miss Mama is like, cut the camera, cut the camera, cut the camera. I'm like, Miss Mama, no, not now. She don't sound like the jealous daughter now. Why are we cutting the camera now? Because some tea has been spilled. Accusations have been made. Jail is still possible. You want to cut the camera now? Oh. Now that she done got about it, you want to cut the camera. All right. Get out of my house. Yo, and that's how we ended the episode. I was like, yo, they coming out swinging on episode 1. Listen, no respect to Miss Mama, because I do respect you, Miss Mama. Okay, I do. But, I mean, y'all had me in a chokehold last night. So, look, I'm about it with this SWV and Xscape show. Let me look at the calendar, because I feel like I got to count how many weeks we got left with this. Okay, so with that, this show is going to take us into April 9th, it seems. So what we're going to do April 16th on into May. That's 3 weekends. Bravo, I'm going to need this Real Housewives of Atlanta trailer ASAP, okay? Listen, let me know what you guys thought about the SWV and Xscape show. Did it have you in a chokehold like it had me in a chokehold? I can't wait till next week. It made me want to go back and watch the old Xscape show, which I just might. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the chat down below. With that being said, I will catch you in the next video. So I'm Richie Skye, the author and publisher of The Wickedest Wives, Desiree's Desire, which is book 1 in a series. This book is about redemption. It's the story of a disgraced journalist who has lost everything. And now she has to rebuild her life brick by brick. And what better way to do that than to join a reality TV show? Why not? Now, not only are we talking reality TV, so you know there's going to be scandal, you know there's going to be a little bit of deception, backstabbing, a little romance, and why not throw in a sprinkle of murder to really round out the excitement? So I really want you guys to dive headfirst into these books. Desiree's Desire is just the first of many to come. So I'm super excited for you guys to read this, and I want to know exactly what you think. So be sure to follow, like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more.